Yeah, the Phoenix Suns are just done, aren't they? Like, this has been a blueprint in what not to do if you are an NBA organization. And obviously, they're not going to get Jimmy Butler. Like, that is not happening before the end of the season. There is no chance in hell they're able to get Jimmy Butler, because no one's going to take Bradley Beal's contract. And I cannot believe they gave up assets for Bradley Beal. Like, no other team was going to make that trade for Bradley Beal. And obviously they didn't give anything too crazy, but like, still, they lost Chris Paul, who would be a hell of a lot better to have than Bradley Beal on this team. Either way, though, the Suns are just in an awful, awful state. Before we get on to that, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're trying to hit 9.15k by the end of the day. Right now, we're 38 subscribers off. But when it comes to the Suns, they are below 500. If you want to look, this is a team that is in the second apron. There are not that many teams that are at the second apron in the NBA. I think the Celtics are, but the Celtics are freaking title favorites. The Phoenix Suns they're below the San Antonio Spurs, who have said Chris Paul. They're below the Kings. They are tied with the Warriors. Like, the Warriors have literally given up on their season. They have given up. Their whole team, you can hear how they're talking. Like, they are genuinely, they're screwed. They're actually screwed. Like, the Warriors know they're screwed, and the Suns are still have the same record as them. Not only that, they just got killed by the Atlanta Hawks last night. And you might be saying, oh, the Atlanta Hawks, well, not killed, they got beaten. But you might be saying the Atlanta Hawks aren't that bad. The Atlanta Hawks without Jalen Johnson and without DeAndre Hunter. This is an Atlanta Hawks team that started Vic Krejci. Not only that, they gave up 15 points to Vic Krejci. They gave up 15 points to a 5-point per game score of Vic Krejci. In fairness, Zachary Risa didn't do much. But, like, they gave up 22 points to an Onyeka Okongwu off the bench. Like, Bogdan did what he does. Like, Garrison Matthews shot the ball. Garrison Matthews scores 19 points on them. Garrison Matthews goes and drops 19. In fairness, Garrison Matthews can play a little bit, but, like, still, you can see he's had some 0-point games, some single-digit games. And you've now got a situation where you had your full team. Grayson Allen playing, Royce O'Neal playing. Your whole team were there. Tyus Jones, Ryan Dunn. Ryan Dunn had a good game. As usual, Ryan Dunn's a hell of a rookie. 14 points. Like, I'm a huge Ryan Dunn fan. And as a Heat fan, if we're going to take Bradley Beal, we're taking Ryan Dunn too. I mean that. Like, his style of play and everything about him, he would epitomize Heat culture, depending on how he's off the floor. If he's the same, if his style of play on the floor matches how he is off the floor, he would epitomize Heat culture. I would love Ryan Dunn. Like, I was genuinely I wanted us to take Khalil Ware, but I thought Ryan Dunn, to be fair, I was like so pushing the Knicks to take Ryan Dunn. But this was a great pick in the draft. Kevin Durant, but the worst part is that even though Kevin Durant and Booker combined for 66 points, they couldn't win. Your two guys are playing. This team is 19 and 20, and KD is old and hurt a lot. When he plays, he's still Kevin Bleeping Durant. Devin Booker is still a 25-point per game scorer. And this is a team that is, 2.5 seasons of winning 65 games. Imagine if the Phoenix Suns had just not made one of the dumbest trades ever. They gave up Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, and I don't even know how many first-round picks for Kevin Durant. And, like, I get it. Kevin Durant is there. You don't make that trade. Like that trade's basically you've basically got the Brooklyn Nets a free rebuild. Because they have all of your picks, and they were able to get all of their own picks back from the Harden trade because of the Mikal Bridges trade, which got them a whole bunch more picks. They got all their picks back. And as well as that, they have Cam Johnson, who they can probably get multiple first-round picks for out of that trade. Like, it's mental. It's mental. And, like, I get it. KD is KD. But, like, You made a dumb trade for KD, and now you're about potentially making a dumb trade for Devin Booker. Like, there is a non-zero chance. This is why Steph Curry is saying, you know what, like, let my team, I don't want my team to blow it up. Because in fairness, Steph Curry is a warrior. He's a warrior. And that's fine. Like, KD is a mercenary. He'll play anywhere. He'll play absolutely anywhere. Like, he will go, and you know what, and I don't mean that, like, in the worst ways. Like, you can play anywhere, and he'll play freaking well. Wherever KD sets foot on the basketball court, Kevin Durant is going to be one of the top 15 players in the world. Doesn't really matter. He's an unbelievable player. But, like, you've got Kevin Durant who will just play anywhere. And then you've got somebody like a Steph Curry who obviously very much cares about his about the franchise, whereas KD is, I mean, Matt Issue is letting him basically say, you know what, we'll get all these guys to get you a ring because screw our future. Like, I don't know what the hell Matt Ishby is doing, but like they don't have one. They don't have one. Like, they don't have any picks. They're in the second apron. They can't trade any picks. They've got no flexibility in trades. They can't aggregate salaries. Like, genuinely, like, they can't do anything. They've no flexibility. And the worst part is their best players are like 36, 37, are like 37 years old. And now Booker, like, teams are like inquiring about trying to get Devin Booker because the only way they can get any assets is by trading Devin Booker because they're not going to trade Kevin Durant. Like, they're not going to trade KD because Matt Ishbia is Matt Ishbia. And by the way, it's not it is, when it comes to Matt Ishbia, this is not like a thing that's just he's doing with the NBA. He owns the Phoenix Mercury. It's become like the Phoenix Mercury are doing everything they can to just sign all the old retired legends. Like, he's doing it as well in the WNBA. He's mortgaging every bit of team's future just to try, you know, get a few 40-year-olds, a few near 40-year-old players to try push for a championship. Like, it's madness. It's absolute madness. And the Suns, like, I feel bad if you're a Suns fan because this is the worst position the Suns have maybe ever been in as far as, like, for their future, because there is none. There actually is none. They don't have picks. Like, unless you can bank on finding unbelievable players in free agency, finding a lot of, like, again, finding a lot of gems. You got to get so lucky for the Phoenix Suns not to, like, the Phoenix Suns are in an infinitely worse position than the Brooklyn Nets were in 2016. Because at least the Brooklyn Nets were back to, like, heck, they're back to an Eastern Conference semifinal within 5 years. Because they're at least based in Brooklyn. They're based in Brooklyn. The Suns are screwed. They're screwed, I tell you. Screwed.